Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey, what's up? What's
Welcome
good?
back to Survivor Panama. We're actually almost at the end here.
It's not Shane's world anymore.
Shane voted
It's
out.
not.
Yeah.
He got voted out. It's
Who?
not his existence. He doesn't have this little seat.
Yeah,
But
commanded screen time every episode. He just had that presence.
now he's going and he's now demanding. Can you imagine? He's probably like
Seat on the
bullying
jury.
bullying.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
he's got a seat in the jury, but now he's bullying Courtney.
in the jury.
Probably been
Yeah.
in their little enclave that they
I'm sure when she
have.
went to the jury, she's probably getting words from everybody else there too.
Yeah.
Everybody loves piling on.
Everybody just piles on. It's like tradition at this point.
So yeah, last episode we had Terry allocating the love. That was the main thing
Hmm.
of the episode.
Yep.
He won immunity again. So nothing new there.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, it was it was a fun episode. But now it's interesting, as some of you Survivor Panama fans might know, we do have an episode for the final four, which they didn't really do before this season.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of a new thing. That's kind of fun.
Usually it would
There
be right
must
in
be
the
some
finale.
more. Yeah, so there must be some more like strategy or something going on in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious that
So
that they're spending a little extra time here.
I still view like the final
Oh,
four as almost like the end game.
yeah.
But so who are you rooting for if you were to put your stake in it? Who would you want to win?
I mean, I'm like I've said, I'm really torn between Suri and Terry. Terry just because like he's been a dominant force. He's actually a genuinely likable guy. I think that he's it's just fun to see him win and to see him like somehow underdogging his way in here. But Suri is just a delight. She's like one of the more like unexpected people to like uh is typically when you see somebody like we'll just say a lady with a little bit more heavier set, you don't necessarily think like based purely on looks, you're like, well, I don't know, it's a survival scenario, it's really hard, it's tough out there physically, and it's gonna be tough for you to do it.
Hmm.
She has dominated every aspect of the game except for the physical one, which just goes to prove that like if you
And she's
can
been holding her
if
own. Like no one's been
sh
saying she's like horrible at challenges or anything.
no, she's holding her own. She's doing stuff around camp. Um, she is playing this game like she is. She has done way more than like probably anybody could ever have potentially predicted, especially at the beginning. I mean, the beginning, she was even
She was
she
scared
was
of
getting
leaves.
like, yeah, yeah. It was really funny. Like it was just like, oh my gosh. And she's with the older women, and she didn't really like that either because she's like,
Not really. Yeah, it's not old.
I'm like in my 30s. I'm not like that old. Like, um,
That was her story from the beginning, though. Is like she's the couch potato, getting up
mhm,
off the couch, out of
mm.
her element, kind of thing. So
And but like that story just in general is like it's a really great one, and I think that like in terms of survivor winners, I mean it's fun and it's interesting because like Terry's great, don't get me wrong, but it does feel like a little bit, if he wins, good on him. He definitely like did like every possible potential thing he could remotely do to win, and
hmm.
he's done it a damn well, better than basically anyone else who's ever played the game. But there's elements other than, if you just look at like purely from a physical dominance, it's very similar to Tom. Now Tom was different because he basically commanded the game.
Yeah, he commanded both aspects. Yeah,
He commanded both aspects. And Terry as an underdog though, it makes it interesting. There's, as like I said, elements of it that feel similar to Tom, so that's why it's like maybe it's like at the end of the day it's like, oh, it feels maybe just a little too similar to him. But the thing he's got going for him, they came in with bad numbers, and the fact that he's still stuck
hmm.
around,
Well, yeah,
through
like
all this
he's
is
has
just
seemingly no agency on the
yeah,
game and how it unfolds. It's just he has to
yeah,
in pure survival mode.
yeah.
Tom
Which isn't,
had
but
all
but
agency.
it's, and that's an interesting thing too because we've never had to see anything like that
Yeah,
in this game before. So that's both of them are interesting stories, I think. So
because it's interesting. You
I
can look
think
at Terry's like he's failed. You could say, oh, he's failed at like every attempt he's made to make something
mm,
happen. But it's like I wonder if you put almost like any of the previous winners in that same position, like would he be able to make anything happen there? It's like a really
yeah,
rough position.
yeah. I mean, like because I think we were even saying in the last episode, like he's tried basically everything he can, at least from what we've seen. He's really tried pretty much every avenue he can, and there was like maybe it was the episode before that he was just sort of like, no, it was the last episode. He was just like, yeah, I don't know, I kind of like I just got to keep winning. That's it, you
Yeah,
know.
like luck in the pre-merge and the challenges how they shake up is definitely a factor.
Mm, mm-hmm.
Because Tom we didn't get to see with like he was on the dominant tribe, so we didn't get to see like if he was put in this position, and sometimes it's
Yeah,
just unwinnable, or like almost insurmountable from a
yeah,
position, and like he's making it work. So little by little, he's getting there. He's already guaranteed final three
mm.
just based on the idol. So we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I would ultimately feel more satisfied. I think if Suri wins, just because it's a more fun story. Um, Underdog stories are fun too, so I don't know. We'll see. I Tough to say. I'm regardless. I think this is going to be some of the most fun. This season has just been kind of nothing but fun for the last like 6 episodes. It's just been really interesting. So
Yeah.
once we get down to Chaos Saya controlling everything, it's just been full speed ahead. So
Yeah. So
looking forward to how it shakes out.
see how it shakes out. As always, you click the link in the description to see the highlights of our reaction and come back afterwards for the discussion. Okay.
All right.
I'm so sorry, Alec. That I knew the cucking was gonna happen. Blue balls.
Yeah, it did. It was pretty hard there. Wow.
Yeah. So now you have
Is
to
this,
wait till
this
the finale. So that's what I was like. Yeah, there is an extra episode just for the final four, but still don't we still don't know the final three. So all right.
we don't know who won cliffhanger.
So we're still going into the finale. Have four people. So either way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
No one knows.
Well,
We don't know what's happened, but for sure, ours winning immunity in this exact moment is a
yeah.
complication on top of that
Mm,
that immunity idol.
was for sure.
It led to this tie between Suri and Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? What do you think of the episode?
I mean, it's a great episode. I mean, I don't know. I think the cliffhanger was like great, but I don't know if I don't know how I feel about it. Like
Grimy.
as a whole, I think it might be, it might have just kept this from getting the star. I mean, this was a great episode all around. You had the whole range of human experience again,
Hmm.
not just in one man, that man being Shane, but now you had it across the whole board. You had like anger and rage and happiness and joy and delight and forgiveness, and
Right.
yeah, it was great.
A couple
You had
fights
everything.
with Terry. Yeah.
Yeah, Terry fought with Suri at the beginning because she put her torch down on the ground and then he like tripped over it and he got kind of upset and he was a little extra rude. So I will admit he was definitely in the wrong in how he called her out about it. But then it was just like nothing but the three of other people dogpiling on him, and it was very uncomfortable because it was just like, man, he was. You have to admit, like, if you tripped over something in the dark because someone put something down in front of you, you'd be pissed off. Like, it's not fun to fall around when you're groping around in the dark. That's like
groping in the dark.
great. No,
Yeah.
groping around. You've never heard that before. You're groping around in the dark.
Don't tell
You
Terry.
you just You're just like tell Ted.
Don't tell Ted.
Don't tell Ted about that. No, don't tell him about that. He's to know nothing about doing that. He's got to have lights on at all times around that man. So I feel that's like slander. I'm sorry.
I can't be trusted in the dark anymore.
Anyway, and then the reward challenge. Then Aris was giving him some shit about he like was like, oh, it's all sour grapes. And it was like,
what? Call the Whambulance.
Call the Whambulance on the
Terry's
course.
crying on the course.
He even repeated it to Suri too. He thought it was such a great line.
Like, I got him so good with that one too. Like,
got him. I got him so
crazy. He was like, he was complaining about a rule thing on the challenge, and so I hit him with the somebody called the Whambulance. Terry's crying on the course, and it was so cool.
It was so great. You should have been there. You should have been there. Suri was like, I kind of was there, but
well, Suri was in agreement, at least visibly. She was like laughing along with him, but those two were close. And clearly, those two are closer.
They vibing together.
So much so that Danielle, even from the beginning of the episode, was like, "It's time to team up with Terry," because
they're a thing, and
she thinks, all right, I can use him. This is my chance to win.
Yeah.
But it would have gone against Aris if he did not win this exact challenge that he needed to win. Like no one else had won an immunity challenge other than Terry until now, and he threw the exact wrench in those plans. So now it's between Suri and Danielle.
Yeah, because pretty much what would have happened is that at the end they all would have probably voted for Terry. Or if Terry had gotten immunity, they probably would have voted.
They would have voted for Aris.
Yeah.
Danielle and Terry would have voted for Aris.
So it would have been Aris and Danielle then.
Oh yeah. So
possibly
it might have still been a tie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But if someone else besides Aris had gotten the immunity idol, maybe they would have voted for Terry. It seemed to me like they were just extremely hesitant to vote for Terry because he had the immunity idol, basically, or like it was pretty much like an open secret. They told certain people and not told other people.
The way with the immunity idol works is that you have to give it to them. They have to have it in their possession before the tribal council. So,
right,
it's like way too risky. You open up the door for Danielle to be like, all right, now's my chance.
Now's a chance to get rid of him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you can't. It's like, yeah, that's really tough that you can't just like produce it and be like, no, I saved them.
But it's like, good. It would be kind of overpowered, already.
Yeah, it would be pretty.
At Final Four, so.
Yeah, it would be pretty busted if you could do that. So
just like see the votes and be like, I'll just nullify those votes and then just let that person go home.
Yeah.
So then we did get a little montage of Danielle and Suri both getting coached by their respective teammates on how to make fire.
Yeah, and Suri had actually made fire already earlier in the episode.
Yeah,
which was exciting. It was fun. It's fun seeing her be like, "Wow, look at me do this now." And Aris is like, "Yeah, they're like day one. There's no way she could have done that." I mean, we had said, before the episode started, it was like she was scared of leaves.
Right. And then Danielle said, "Okay, I feel good about making fire too."
Yeah.
And it's interesting that it's like the two people that at least we've seen make the fire the least. Suri never made the fire before then.
Yeah.
That ended up in this situation,
Mm.
Because like if it did end up being a tie with like Aris involved, then Aris probably just blows them out of the water. The other person.
Yeah, for sure. So. Yeah.
I wish
like good stuff.
Closure.
That's kind of the tough part here. I mean, because ultimately nothing changes at the end of the day here.
Like, tee up like what's to come,
Yeah.
We know
so it's like, I guess
one of these two will not be there, but
at
least we know that both Aris and Terry made the final three. So.
If Danielle doesn't make it, then Terry's got an uphill battle, I think, to win. That's my perspective. I think she's his best bet on winning, but I don't know. We'll see. we'll see what happens.
Hmm.
Suri, I think, has the best chance regardless if she can make it. She can make it to the final two. So
If she can make it to the final two, right?
yeah, like
And then
whoever she goes up against, she wins.
Aris and Terry have the edge on this. Probably the final three immunity usually would be
Yeah.
them to have the edge.
Mm.
And then so they have all control over who goes with them. One of them probably,
Hmm. I think that's about it. I mean, I can't really. They visited the Panama Canal. Aris got to explain what locks were to the audience. It was interesting.
Canals.
Um,
Yeah.
oh well, we had so after they also. Well, I guess we'll visit the Aris being like, "Are you gonna say a disparaging remark against women?"
Right.
Like randomly out of nowhere, and then he even admitted. So like, then Terry confronted him. He's like, "Hey, I really don't appreciate that. Like, I've never like." I don't. That's not me. Like I'm not that kind of a person. I don't.
He
I don't
said
call out
disparaging
women like
remarks
that.
about moms versus wives, though. That's for sure. It's a really harsh comment about the
That
wives
was
being
real
more
harsh.
important.
Yeah, I was like, I guess so, and or something. Maybe that was what he was referring to. I don't know. It was weird, but
I mean, he took it back, and
um,
so
yeah, he took it back and he admitted that he was wrong to say it, and his confessional was like so wholesome. And I was like, this is like good boy Aris. This is like day like 5 Aris. You know, it's like he's back to
yeah.
being a wholesome boy here.
He's telling
So.
Suri, whatever you do, just have fun. Just
Yeah,
don't worry
the
about the
youth, the
results.
youth, the inner youth pastor of him is crying out. Is
It's like,
within him are
okay.
two wolves.
It's like
There's,
okay, RS, I'll go have fun, like making a fire for my life in this game.
yeah,
Yeah,
for my,
that'll be real
yeah.
fun.
Imagine if it was like actual life or death. It's like just don't, just have fun. It's like okay, well I make this fire or I die. I'm being fed to the sharks.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. You got the immunity idol, buddy.
Right.
So that's it, I think.
We've never been cucked more in Survivor history, potentially.
I know that was brutal. That was like the game will change forever. That was like that levels, except instead of being a teaser for the next episode, that was you take that energy and you put that before you announce who wins. And I don't like that energy.
They took us like they strung us along all the way through Tribal Council till the very end.
They're really leaning hard into the fire making stuff. There's like everything, like they have that Suri moment. They got all of this stuff about it. So, boy,
But I mean, that'll be big. The outcome of this fire making challenge, and then see how the finale goes. So we're here. We'll have our winner next week.
Next week, it'll be good.
All right. Well,
Be
in the
cool.
meantime, what video would you recommend our viewers go check out now?
People should go watch they should go watch episode 14 of our Survivor All Stars reaction.
Survivor All Stars.
Check it out.
Now, what is that? Is that
the finale?
That's the same for us. I think there might be an extra episode in there.
I think there might have been,
no.
yeah.
Or it might have been episode 14 still the finale, and then they had the reunion, and then they had America's Tribal Council. It was number 16.
Oh yeah, right.
So yeah, I think that is the finale of All Stars.
Yeah. Well, go watch 13 then. Go actually watch 13. Yeah, watch the penultimate episode.
That's where,
see the lead up to
Big Tom got voted out. I think he does the look back.
The look back. Yeah. So yeah, check it out.
Check that out.
Good stuff.
All right, and if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, click the link in the description for our social media. All right.
All right.